Hello everybody, hope you're doing really well. Today I've got something a little bit different. It's probably not the most exciting video you're ever going to see, but it's quite nice just to do something for a little bit of a change. This was for a lot of research and just sort of like finding out, and then actually to see it is pretty cool in itself. We're talking about a former chalk pit. It's still got some really interesting caves left on it, but we'll talk about that in a minute. I do say the word caves loosely. We'll talk about that when we explore it, but come with me. It's a little bit different today. Come on. Hello everybody, I'll put my hat back on. Today, we're talking about this old chalk workings that was here. Now originally, there was a kiln that was pretty much in the middle of this, and then all of this was extracted for chalk. A huge cliff. Now, over there is a cave, but I've looked at that already. It's more of a karst, so a karst is technically like a natural cave through subsidence, and probably this is as well, so no chalk adits as such. Still very, very cool. Look at this. That's pretty cool, isn't it? I think we better go over and have a look. Come on. So, this type of system that you'd see, normally you see this type of erosion, so it's quite dark, on the sea, by the sea. What's happened is, the top of the cliff has eroded, and as you can see, it's pushed a huge load of chalk down here, all the way down, and then it's flattened out, and that was probably originally started when they're actually doing the chalk workings here. Now, I've got to go slow. Wow. So basically, there's a huge depression that formed on the actual top side of the chalk, and then as you can see, it's formed this quite incredible cave, to be honest with you. Absolutely stunningly beautiful. But this is what happens when chalk erodes or it gets too wet, or there's a seam in the chalk, and then it just gets taken away. This wasn't, I think from, well, I know from memory, this actual part where we're at wasn't part of the working. So probably what they'd started to do was cut away at the chalk cliff, obviously for production of lime. So it would have been a lime kiln down there, and then for whatever reason, on the top end of the cliff, it's just hollowed out and it's just gone. Fascinating, really. We can't get any further up there, but there's a good reason for that. It's because there's actually, believe it or not, a couple of houses behind there, for which I'm very dubious about disturbing in their garden. Well, I say in their garden, they're quite far back, but it's not the point. There's no secret tunnels or anything like that. Like I said, it's nothing to get uber excited about, except, like I said, just the fact that this is a natural sort of reason why erosion happens. Look at this, because you can see this is not man-made at all how this has happened. It's just literally funneled through, and then it's come down to this. Beautiful though, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. This, like I said, you'd expect to see something like this at the coast, But the fact this is part of a former chalk workings really adds to the excitement. It's quite steep. See, I'm puffed out already, although I'm not the most healthiest person, so let's not go on that. But this is just beautiful. I think we need to see the other one as well. So let's go take a look. Come on. So I'm basically standing now where the former kiln was. None of it obviously remains, but it was slap bang in the middle here, indicated by the old maps. And it's just this bowl-shaped depression of chalk. Perfect location. Oh. Just taking a look round. Like I said, the only other thing to note really is the other cave that I've seen, but it's nothing too exciting, so please don't get your hopes up, everybody. This is something very special. It is in a strange way, but it's also beautiful and rural, which I love. It's a really pretty day, to be honest. It's really pretty, except for the noise of the road. Beautiful day. Let's keep going. So without giving away the location, I just thought, like I said today, I thought I'd just take you to something that's just a little bit, well, I wouldn't say it's different, because actually, funny enough, on our channel we have covered a natural cave, a couple of them actually, on the same location. But where we are today, this whole area was actually quite synonymous for chalk workings in Kent. Individual farmsteads, etc, etc. Chalk was our natural form of industry in Kent for a while, rurally anyway, at least, and it made a lot of money, at least for local farmers who had got the idea that, well, look, I've got chalk on my land, let's get a lime kiln, start extracting it. Obviously we know lime kiln obviously will burn the chalk, producing lime, which then obviously can go on to agricultural use or to even the production of buildings, in layman's terms. But the other one we need to see is in there, and it's good really that I'm wearing my wellies today, but I love the fact there's frost on the ground. Beautiful day, really beautiful. And obviously on a day like this, because it is winter, you can really see where our caves are. It's quite weird, because I suppose if you came here and you didn't know, you'd be like, wow, that's interesting, like, you know, are they man-made? But I can assure you, in this area, although the chalk workings were man-made, let's get over this bit, these actual two were formed by subsidence, forming what they call, technically in chalk it's kind of weird, it's called a cast with a capital K, and so basically subsidence, no actual chalk adits, for example. But it's really fascinating because not too far away from this area there's some similar sort of workings, but this is the biggest one. So basically if you can't find anything here, then you know, unlucky, innit? But luckily we do. So let's just take a look at the final one. Come on. Ooh. Here we are. That is not easy to get up to. Really isn't. And even though I've done this twice now, second time just seemed to be harder. But it's probably because I'm holding the camera in my hand. Again, the sad fact of like one person just being here, namely me. Right, so welcome to our other natural, in inverted commas, cave. What's interesting about this? This was probably more likely a chalk adit to begin with, working on the side. You can sort of see that this feels more natural in its design, more man-made, sorry. I don't want to go too far in. I'm very aware that in a place like that there could be some bats. So even though I've got a torch, they could very well be up there. I can't. Oh well. I don't really want to flash my torch. But it doesn't go too far up, everybody. Sorry, I know you're probably going to be annoyed at me in that. I wonder if they tried to backfill that one. See, that one looks quite man-made to me. It's just got a feel of it. Look, you can see, just, I don't know, sometimes it just has a feel of like the workings of how they've chipped away at it compared to the other one, where you've just seen that clear drop at the back. Beautiful, I really like that. But yeah, look at that. I'm on my hands and my knees, but that's as far as it goes. Otherwise, I would generally, you know, I love my caves. I'd be in there like a rat down drain pipe. Although, again, very aware of bat habitation, and a time like this in winter time, not ideal. But I've been in there once, like I said already, and I couldn't see any signs of bat habitation. It basically just domes at the top, but I'm just there's like a few little holes on the side. So I don't really want to start flashing a torch and be like, surprise bats, and they just kind of like launch out at me. So around the side there, when I looked up, sort of got in and had a look up, nothing up the top because it sort of domes, just tiny little dome, not too far away from, just literally here. But it's those side bits I'm a bit worried about. Let's get out anyway, because if there are any wildlife in there, you do want to show as much respect as possible, even though I've just gone in their den, but I'm not going to flash a torch, so to be uber respectful. But yeah, there we are. Ooh. Let's get out. Well, there you go. Something different today. Hopefully you really like that. Ooh, a bit knackered now. It's because, like I said, I checked this one out already. Climbing up and down. But welcome to a disused chalk workings found in the glorious county of Kent. And I really hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, I can't really give too much history away, because actually the history, on the records, it doesn't even state really the history anyway. Just says there was a lime kiln here, possibly 18th century. That's what it was labelled as, so don't have a go at me. And obviously you saw the map as well for what it looked like originally. But perfect. I mean, actually, the size of this is huge. But yeah, quite small in the sort of fact that there was only, like I said, the production, it doesn't justify it. But then again, actually where we are, like I said before, there's actually a few of these, but tinier, smaller ones. Nothing to report on them, by the way. But this is the biggest one. Anyway, in immortal words of Phoenix history, thank you so much for coming along with me. Because history matters, and it really does. Hopefully you enjoyed this like random little video. But again, it's one of these things that, like, you know, I like doing this stuff because it's different. It takes a bit of research, takes a bit of like location finding, you know, and even though there wasn't much history, it just makes things a bit different, doesn't it? You know what I mean, on this channel. And yeah, hopefully you appreciate that. I'm sure a lot of you do. I love all of you out there anyway. You're amazing. Feel free to like and share the video. Subscribe. Why am I doing that? I've never said any of that stuff before. Like and subscribe. What else you got to do? Or you can't comment because I just, you know, don't have comments on mine. So you can't comment, but you can like it and you can share it. So yeah, if you want to try that, go for it. But thank you, honestly, from the bottom of my heart for all your support. In more words, Phoenix history, because history matters, and it just does on a really random place like this. Take care, everybody, and of course, see y'all very soon. Y'all ready for this? Kapow! See ya.